Shalom, shalom. First off, foremost, before I get started, I must give all honor, praises, glory, and respect to our Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kakadash. Why Yahabashim Yahweh Shai give me a spirit through this lesson? Must give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for the mighty, mighty work that they do, and also mighty shalom to the whole flag watching out there. Shalom. This brother now coming back to another quick lesson from Jim S. Camp Gary, Indiana. It's like I'm coming back to another live lesson because we live in 2026, where it's all up in the mix. Okay, and you know, this lesson, Conway is gonna it's, you know, very crucial. Okay, because this is the ultimate prophecy that we waiting on before Yahweh Shai arrives, before Yahweh Shai's re-debut, okay, before our deliverance up out of this hell, okay. This is what we waiting on. We waiting on the mandatory micro C to the hip, 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 okay. We waiting on the MOT to the BBB, the mark of the beast, all right. That's what we waiting on, okay. And once this dang dirty devil makes it mandatory for us to receive that, okay, that's the only that's man, that's what we waiting on, okay, and that has to happen in order for us to to be delivered, okay. That prophecy has to unfold. It all shall come to pass, but that's the main one, okay. That's the coup de grace, as they say, all right. And the whole devil is going to try to enforce that on the whole world, no matter where you stay at, no matter what's going on. If you survive until that time through Jacob's trouble, okay, this is what you're going to have to endure. All right. Without further ado, hit up the scriptures. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, and verse 16. And he causeth all. Who is he? These dang dirty elites, okay? The dang dirty devil, the ones who are in charge, okay? These all right. He's gonna cause everybody, okay? Everybody who remains in this time, all right? Both small and great, okay? No matter what stature you are, what's your status? You can be a peon or you can be a celebrity or whomever, okay? Whoever's not inside the quote unquote Illuminati, all right? Rich and poor. If you got a whole bunch of bucks, if you a thousandaire, millionaire, you know, whatever, if you broke, poor, don't got nothing, okay? Free and bond, all right? If you walking free, okay, or if you in a FEMA camp, prison, doesn't matter, all right? And notice what I always say now, because I notice it, through the spirit. It says and, okay? So basically, it's either or. That's what's going to take place in society. Either you're going to have status or you're going to have no status via the what? Universal basic income, the social credit system, okay? Rich and poor, where if you part of the in crowd or you not, or you're just like in the movie The Running Man. You notice they only had two classes of people: the ones on this side, and then everybody else is poor on the other side. Okay, struggling to make ends meet. That's why they played the game, the Running Man game, so they can make the money. But it was all set up anyway. It was designed for you to fail, just like this system now. It's designed for us to fail. And if you don't want to fail in this design system, you got to sell your soul. All right, whether that consists of doing it physically or giving up your whole life, okay, to chasing that bag. Regardless, that's what's going on, okay? So that's what I said. And free and by where if you're walking free or if you are in captivity, if you're in a FEMA camp, okay? Because they're gonna be coming in the middle of the night to kidnap us, or they're gonna be snatching us up off the street, regardless, and putting them in these concentration camps, okay? So that's what's gonna happen. So basically, it's either or. That's what I received through the Spirit, okay? To receive a mark, okay? What's that mark? Okay, that's the charagma, okay? That's stitching, that imprint inside you, okay? That's sketching inside you. It's a micro C to the hip hip hip, a little bitty chip, okay? It's gonna have all your information on it, okay? Your new name, which is gonna be a number, okay? Most likely, it's gonna have your health information, your digital income information, okay? It's gonna have your address, all that stuff. It's gonna be on this little bitty chip, okay? Like the sign of a grain of rice, as they say. Okay, they try to say that to make see it's a little bit chip. What can it hurt? Okay, that's the solution they're gonna bring. You know, after the chaos, okay, which they're going to create. All right, through famine, the lack of food, lack of bread, okay, and through the lack of people having money, okay. People gonna go crazy. They're trying to rob their own neighbor just to eat and survive, okay. And then we're gonna have pestilences. All right, they talking about zombies. You know what I'm saying? It's hey, it, all the above is going down. You feel me? And if you don't have the protection from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man, you doomed, man. It's a wrap for you, okay? But they're gonna force us. Okay, it's gonna be mandatory for us to receive that. And whoever doesn't receive the devil's mark, okay, you're gonna be put to death. Most likely via guillotine. They're gonna chop your head off. All right, and or you're going to what you call it, be hung or firing squad, which the Orange Man is say he's bringing back. Okay, why did he say that? Because that's what they plan on doing in the future. All right, he's going to be the one. You know what I'm saying? Through the Spirit, is going to bring us into this time. Okay, in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, so it's going to be. It could be really anywhere, but you're going to get it inside your body or inside your brain. All right. But regardless, it's meant to control you. Okay, it's meant to control you. All right, because they can turn it off anytime they want, and if they have AI using it, like if you've seen these movies when they had an AI chip upgraded and all that stuff, it's controlling your mind. Okay, and I can't remember the other one with the girl. If you know, you know. And she was being controlled the whole time by that. I wish I could remember. I had time for all that to try to jog my memory, but if you know, you know. Okay, but it was controlling their mind, everything they do, and if they wanted to resist what the AI said to them, then the chip would explode or something like that, or they would have suffer a heart attack, okay, and be killed, okay, or they just go crazy and kill themselves. All right. Regardless, it's going to control you. Okay. Most likely they're going to use AI to do it. All right. Verse 17. And that no man, okay, no man, woman, child, nobody, okay, might buy or sell. We ain't gonna be able to buy or sell nothing. All right. On this, because everything's gonna be digital. Okay. The dollar's gonna crash. There ain't gonna be no more paper. Okay, no more credit cards. All gonna be on this micro C to the hip hip hip. Okay, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. That's right. So unless you receive his mark and worship in the beast, which is this crooked, corrupt, satanic system that's being built in front of our eyes, this new world to the order. Okay, you gonna be non-existent to society and life. Okay, You're not going to exist to these people unless you had it at the time. Okay? You're going to be, you know, non-existent basically. Okay? But hey, we still going to exist in the eyes of Yahweh Shai, who's going to guide us and protect us in that time. Okay? I'm about to get that right now. All right? That's why you have to resist. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse 10. Okay? But specifically, this is really for the election. Okay? That remnant, that standard. Okay? Of Yahweh Shai. The remaining that the Lord kept. Okay? Till the end and for this time. Okay? To show the world, you know, his power. Basically, to glorify his name. Okay? Through these men. All right? Then they're called the election. All right? This is the book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 10, red letter. You see Yahweh Shai speaking. Are you listening? And it states, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, because we kept the faith, okay, because we was doing the work, okay, because we gave it our all and endured unto the end, okay. I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. All right, the Lord is going to keep us to prevent us, putting the spirit on us to resist that micro C to the hip hip hip. Okay, at that time, because that's the only way we're gonna have to resist. Because we may be hungry a little bit. We may be tired, fed up, going through all this calamity and chaos and mayhem. Okay, which I'm looking forward to. But but the Lord's going to put a spirit on us to resist that mark, okay? To resist the devil, okay? He's doing it now and he's going to do it then, all right? But we just got to keep his word, keep his our faith in Yahweh Shai, okay? That's the job that we're going to do, and this is the job the Lord's going to do for us, okay? Which shall come upon all the world. It's going to come upon everybody. So you can't escape. Oh, I'm moving. I'm just going to move to Chile. It ain't going to happen in Chile. Okay. All right. So that's why all these countries are going digital. You think that's just a coincidence? All right. You think they're giving up the dollar for fun? No. Okay. Because the quote-unquote Illuminati, they everywhere. They all over the world. Okay. They're all over the place. All right, they own all this crap. Okay? Facts. All right, just look up the 13 bloodlines, okay? Which is most likely probably more than that. All right? That's just what they tell you. Okay? But they own it. All right? They all over the place, all over the world, okay? So that's why it's going to try the whole world, okay? You can't escape this. All right? If you don't die throughout Jacob's trouble, this is what you're gonna have to endure. Okay? There ain't no what you call it, rapture that's gonna prevent you from going through this tribulation period. All right? To try them that dwell upon the earth. Okay? It's gonna try the whole world, everybody that dwells upon the earth. Okay? You're gonna be tried. You're gonna be tempted. Okay? Upon all temptations. All right, it's gonna be the biggest temptation of your life. Okay, because your family gonna be begging you to get it so they can survive. Your loved ones, everybody, maybe even in the group that you in at the time. Okay, they gonna be like, man, we gotta get it, man. You gotta resist. Okay, man, get away from them. You need to be with like-minded men. This is why you're how willing you be amongst the brothers, because we're gonna encourage each other to withstand, to keep going, to endure, and to never give up, and to not give in. Okay, to this dang dirty devil. Okay, verse 11. Behold, I come quickly. The Lord is coming quickly. Okay, He's coming quickly. All right. Every time the Lord said He's coming, it's gonna be suddenly, boom, with a snap of a finger, before we even know it, before we even expect it. Okay, our salvation is nearer than we believe. Okay, hold that fast which thou hast. Hold on to what? Hold on to this truth. Okay, hold on to the Lord. Cleave unto Him. Okay, in his ministry and his men. Okay, we got to be heavily involved. Okay, this is supposed to be our life. Okay, we're supposed to always stay in the spirit, not quench not the spirit. Okay, 'cause that's what's keeping us alive. It's what's keeping us thriving. All right, this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and rakakatash. Okay, we and us brothers sticking together, keeping everybody alive. Okay, through financial means, through physical means, through spiritual means. Okay, we got to hold on to that and never let go. Okay, that no man take thy crown. Don't let nobody take it. Not your family, not your girl, not your parents, not your children, not yourself. Nobody. Okay? This is why the Lord required us to overcome our flesh. Okay? So we can resist. Alright? And don't let nobody take your crown from you. Because we already been crowned. We just gotta live it out, baby. We just gotta live it out. Let's finish the movie. Okay? And we're gonna receive that salvation. That's what it's all about, man. And like I said, that's the name of my child. Seeking salvation. That's what it's all about through Yahweh Shai, baby, okay? You don't let nobody take your crown. Alright? That's all we have. There's nothing else here. So keep your crown at all costs. Alright, and this is the book of Revelation, chapter 2. Alright? Starting at verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Okay, we're going to suffer, okay? We suffer now, we're going to really suffer then. But the Lord is building us up now for that suffering then that we'll be able to endure. We'll be able to overcome it. It's not going to be a cakewalk, but we're going to be able to make it through to the finish line, all right? Okay, and don't be afraid of this dang dirty devil. Who may put your child on that guillotine and say you gonna take this chip, nigga, and we're gonna like, no, I ain't. Go ahead, slice it down. I'll see my son in heaven. All right, you feel me? That's the type of attitude and that's the type of spirit that we need to be in. Okay, I said no man take that crown, and not especially not that dang dirty devil, like trying to coerce you, because that's all it is a coercion. Okay. Trying to force you, all right? Because he's pitiful, all right? Don't let that pitiful beast control you and manipulate you into receiving that, all right? Don't fear nothing that's gonna come down the road, okay? Not throughout Jacob's trouble and not throughout the hour of temptation, all right? The devil shall cast us. Yes, like the devil shall cast some of you into prison. Some of us gonna be martyrs, and some of us gonna be prisoners, captured into these FEMA camps. Okay, but the Lord's gonna be with us in those FEMA camps as well. Okay, that ye may be tried. We gonna be tried. Okay, like I said, above all temptations. All right. We're gonna be tried, man. We're gonna have to take that test, that ultimate test, but we're gonna pass it. Why? Because we've been diligent, okay? We've been on fire for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, doing what we have to do for the Lord, being that ultimate living sacrifice, sacrificing our whole life for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, giving it all up, okay? Giving up this world and not looking back, okay? And seeking Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and trusting him with all thy heart and all thy soul and all thy might. Okay? Woo! And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. We're going to be tried, man, going through that fire. Okay? We're going through the fire now. So when we go through the fire again, then it's going to be all right. Because then be like, you know what? It's not that hot. I already been burned. It ain't even that hot. And we're going to survive, baby. We're going to do it, all right? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You got to believe that, man. You gotta literally believe that, okay? And 10 days can be anything, okay? It can be actual 10 days. It can be a little less than 10 days. It can be more than 10 days, regardless of the fact, okay? We're going to have that tribulation. All right? So know that we're going to suffer. But says, fear none of those things. Okay? Don't be afraid of the suffering. Don't be afraid when we in that time. Okay? Put your big boy pants on, baby. Okay? It says, be thou faithful unto death. Okay? We have to be faithful until we die. Because we all going to meet our maker. And some of us may not even taste death. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the scriptures. Okay? But if we go die, while you on that guillotine or you being hung, you tell them, man, F you mother lovers. Okay? I'm serving Yahweh Shem Yahushua till I die. Okay? And it says what? And I will give thee a crown of life. The Lord is going to give us that deliverance. Okay? That redemption in our salvation, baby. Okay? The kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Alright? That's what we doing all this for. Alright? Because we want to be delivered. We want to be saved. Okay? From the impending doom. Okay? Because whoever receive that mark, they're going to be doomed. They're going to see what? Verse 11. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death. Okay? And that second death is that nuclear fire, baby. That fire and brimstone that the Lord is bringing. Okay? Through the dang dirty devil and his stupid dang dirty missiles. And when the Lord comes back with his labor, it's going to be fire and brimstone upon the earth. Okay, baby? All right? And if we overcome everything, we ain't going to feel that. Okay? Regardless if you die before the hour of temptation, or if you was not right with Yahweh Shem Yahushua, if you was just full of wickedness and sin, you're going to taste this second death as well. It don't matter if you receive the chip or not. The only ones who ain't going to taste it is the one that he has remaining, okay? His standard. The ones who have been holding the standard of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, even if it ain't fashionable, even if we've been hated on, okay, even through the persecution. All right? We keeping our integrity for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Until what? Until we die. Okay? Be thou faithful unto death, and he shall give thee a crown of life. Alright? And that ain't no lie. Because the Lord is not a man which he should lie. He said that's going to happen. He said that's what we need to expect and anticipate. But he said, don't worry. I'm going to get you through it, and you shall overcome. That's what's going to happen. Alright? All praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And with that, I want to give all honor, praises, glory, and respect to our Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son. What? Yahweh. Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakarash. Why Yahweh Shem Yahushua forgive me spirit through his lesson, must give double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone for the mighty, mighty work that they do, and also mighty Shalom. To the whole flag watching out there, Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Bahashem Kakarash, Brakatam. It's going to try the whole world, but don't let it take you. Resist unto death. Okay? Unto death. That's